welcome back to the lab, and today it's kind of a weird video. I don't really have anything planned. I'm about to do something, no idea if it's gonna work out. So we're gonna try to convert this Chinese ATX power supply into a adjustable ATX power supply. So let's get right into the video. Alright, you're gonna ask, okay, you got a power supply, why are we using a ATX power supply? Well, these are relatively cheap. You can get it like 50 bucks or whatever, and the specs are quite impressive. You can get, like 15 amps, 12 volts, 30 amps, 3.3 volts, and like 10 amps, 5 volts. That's pretty decent specs for something that is 50 bucks. Now, not only that, it's quite easy to set up since you got the plugs, you got like everything in. So we got a fan already. All you have to do is try to fabricate it so you could adjust it. Now, all of the modern ATX power supplies use some sort of switch mode controller to adjust the pulse width and frequency for the switching transistors inside the power supply. And it could be using ATL 494, you never know. But if it does, or it uses some sort of controller like that, that will be a relatively easy mod. It's only like 1 or 2 resistors you have to add. Now, I'm really hoping that this cheap Chinese power supply has some trim pots, and that's what I'm trying to aim at, since trim pots allow us to see exactly where the adjusting resistors are, so we can add our own resistor. So without any more talking, let's actually take this apart and see what's inside. So this is it. This is what's inside a ATX power supply, or at least a cheap ATX power supply. So yeah, we got some input filtering, rectifier, our mains, voltage capacitors, our switching transistors on heatsink. We got our transformers inside. I assume they would use a transformer for each voltage. I don't know. I'm not even gonna figure it out. Who cares if it's working? Then we got our rectifiers, and we got our filtering on the output. Then there's our chip right there, the controller, and that's it. Look, they even give you voltage selection, so you can easily go to a different voltage to 30 volts. You think, well, no, the other plug is missing, so you can only use it on 110, and if you switch to 230 volts, it's not gonna work. Brilliant. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, now it's on, and yeah, I took the fan off, so okay, it's not hot, so I wouldn't touch both of them when it's on at the same time. I had bad experience before, so let's turn it on. How come? Why don't you turn on? I know what's going on. Okay, I think it's one of those bastard power supplies that you need to add a load so they turn on, and let's see. There we go. So we got it on. As you can see, our 12 volt rail is here, 5 volt rail is there, and we have 3 trim pots. One here, the other one is there, and then there's the other one there. Let's see what this one does. Doesn't do anything. That's funny. Let's try this one. Oh, we found it. There we go. Oh, and it gives you 1.5 volts. That's practically useless. Alright, so about 2 hours later, here we are trying to make this thing work, and we do have success of making it work. So let me demonstrate it for you. So here we have the PCB right here. Here we have a resistor network that works pretty damn good. We have a 10-turn potentiometer to adjust our voltage, and for load we have a 12 volt 20 watt bulb connected to 12 volt rail, and it's all good. So let me connect it to power, turn off the lights, and short this green wire to the ground, which will turn on the power supply. So it is making you weird noises when you turn it on first. I can touch the heat sinks because they are actually grounded, so I'm okay, but don't do it. Anyway, here we are adjusting the potentiometer, just like so. Boom. Works really good. So we are capable of adjusting voltage from 3 volts up to 10. That's all I could get this to do. So after messing around for a long time and trying to figure out where I can tap into so I can adjust the voltage, I figured out that that will take a long time to actually reverse engineer this thing and make it work the way I want it to work. Not only that, we have to change many components on the board, capacitors, resistors, and all of that. It's just too much problems. So what I decided to do is we will just add a adjusting feature to this PSU, so we could actually change the voltage, and that's all we need. So for this particular moment, what I have planned is I'll put all of this back together the way it was before, and we will have this box sitting on top of the power supply, wires going from the back into the box. We will have some filtering capacitors. These are Philips capacitors, 16 volts, 2200 microfarads, so we're going to have 3 of them, so that's 6600 microfarads of output capacitance. That should do to eliminate any ripple on the output. Then we're going to have this choke right here to further filter the output. Then we're gonna have a indicator LED, and we're gonna have some switches and all that, and a voltmeter to see the output voltage. Alright guys, as you can see, the power supply is fully complete and it's pretty good, I have to tell you. This is just a perfect example of what can be done when you need something cheap and really good. It's a switch mode adjustable power supply that has pretty good characteristics. But anyway, enough of the talking, let's actually demonstrate of what it can do. So what I will be doing is I will be using my meter, my regular meter, and this thing is capable of 20 amps, no problem whatsoever. And not only that, I actually changed the fuse inside of this thing. I had blown up a fuse. There will be a video somewhere on the screen for you to click on. It's a pretty hilarious moment. But anyway, so I'll connect the wires like that. Hopefully it works out. There we go. Just like so. And we're going to turn it on. And we are pulling, actually we're pulling 9 amps. Oh crap. Let's see if we can pull 10 amps from this thing. 11. Yeah! We're pulling 11 amps out of this power supply. And that is pretty crazy. Let me go down. 9 amps. So we are at 12 volts. We are pulling 6 amps. So that's about it for this video. If you guys like the video, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you will know when a new video comes out just like this one. Also keep an eye on more videos coming out. I have many more videos planned out. I just trying to figure out when to make them and how to make them. This particular video wasn't really planned out at all. I just had an inspiration. It's like, hey, I'm gonna make something cool. So I kind of tried it. Hey, it works. So I actually ended up making a power supply like this. I don't really need a power supply like this since I am having how many? 1, 2, 3 power supplies. So I have no problems with power in the lab, but for other people this would be really interesting how you can convert a power supply like this to a adjustable power supply, which is really handy. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time.